reaction like so far? The
So
feedback?
far, I've had so many reactions. Some people even think I'm an AI. They think I am an AI. Are you real?
Hi, and welcome to another edition of Star on the Rise. And our guest today is the soulful reggae fusion singer, Sultry, who is here to tell us more about her recent Sean Nizzle produced single, Picture on the Wall, right?
Yes.
And a lot more about her musical journey. Hi, Sultry, welcome, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
All right, so just please go ahead and introduce yourself to the viewers. Let them know a little bit about where you're from, and just tell me one fun fact about Sultry that nobody else know.
Hi, everybody. My name is Sultry. I was born in Clarendon, and I grew up in a musical family.
Yeah.
My dad was a big influence on me being a singer, mostly because as a little girl, he used to sing to me a lot, put me on his lap and play his guitar or the piano. So I grew up around music. I've always been in music, but I've diverted a couple of times, and music is just where I have to be.
Music find your back.
Always find my back. One fun factor about me. Ooh. I'm a little bit of introverted and extroverted. So not everybody really knows that. So some people would approach me and be like, oh, she's intimidating. Really and truly, I'm approachable. I'm a very sociable person at times when approached correctly. But I would say a fun person when it comes on to music. I love to experiment. I'm not afraid to experiment. It doesn't matter, even if it's another language. I'm willing to go there.
All right, that's interesting.
Yes.
Alrighty. So the name Sultry, let's start there. It's spelled with two L's,
Yes.
first of all. How did you come by that stage moniker? And what's the meaning, if there's one behind that name?
Well, I started out in hospitality. I started singing in talent shows and stuff like that. And they always described me as a soulful, the sultry voice, the soul.
I just did.
You just did, right? From a very long time, them always say, the sultry singer of the year, or I just work with the name, Sultry. Because I struggled for a bit in the past, trying to think about, me gonna find one name, man, me gonna find a name. But as I went along, I realized that the name chose me already. The meaning behind it, I wouldn't say that it is a definition that already exists, but it is a curated version, because I'm an artist that sings from the soul, sings with feelings, sings with emotions, and a lot of times I feel like I connect better being this way. So the music for others, it's healing to others, you know. So when I hear words like, oh, your voice is healing to me, your sound is very sweet, it's very soothing, it's relaxing. So I give the heart what it needs, you know, by you listening and understanding what, you know, my music can do for you. Because, you know, everybody, they have a different feel towards music, you know. But I'm here to soothe and heal.
I like that. And as you had mentioned earlier, you're from a musical family.
Yes.
So this passion is an innate one from
Yes,
a tender
dad,
age. Yeah.
yes.
But when did you first discover that talent in you?
At age 9 in church.
Oh.
Yes, I used to sing in church, and I continued in hospitality at 21.
Oh, okay.
And I've been singing for such a very long time. I never stopped. You know, even when I diverted and I tried other career paths, everyone's like, no, you need to do this. And I had to succumb to it and realize, you know, there's no other way. This is what I have to do, and I must do it. It's my calling.
All right. So you made the professional start at what age or in what year?
Professionally, I started singing professionally at around that age because hospitality is a professional business. So I started to move around in the resorts a lot, doing cabaret. I was a cabaret singer. So I moved around a lot, you know, moving from all the all-inclusives in Jamaica. And that has been my profession for quite some time.
That's at age 21?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Lovely, lovely. I'm not going to ask your age, no, don't worry.
No.
She's like, don't go there.
Don't go there.
And you have been dabbling in several musical genres, but mainly what's your focus now?
Right now, I'm introducing myself to the world, introducing my voice, introducing my vibe, my energy. But as we go along, there will be diversity of not just reggae, but there will be crossovers, Afrobeat, you know, R&B as we go along. So there's no limit. But right now, we're focusing, you know, on my roots because I'm Jamaican. So I'm focusing on my roots, you know, and mixing it and fusion. I love fusions. I go crazy for that. So whatever it is, whether it's mixing it with a Spanish song, a European song, or whatever it may be, there's always going to be a touch of Jamaica in it. You know, so it is something that I am not afraid of fusing different songs together, different vibe, and all of that.
All right. All right. So with the current music space, you know, sort of shifting focus a little to the more established acts, you know, reclaiming their space, selling out shows, and driving up the competitive scene in music. Do you believe now is the right time for you to make that step forward?
Everybody has a timing. I would say maybe 10 years ago, it wasn't my time because I knew exactly where I was then in comparison to now. Things have shifted, and that is no doubt. Where, you know, as you said, out sales and stuff like that, it's people want to feel again. People want to heal. People want to be able to relate to music. You know, like back in the day when we used to listen to Sade, or we used to listen to some Bob and Bob Talk reality. You know, people want to feel again because things and time has changed, you know, and there's a lot of people suffering in silence, whether it's mental health, whether it's the daily struggles. It doesn't matter what it is, but everybody is struggling with something. And, you know, I wouldn't say I'm here to fill a gap of wanting to be like anyone. I'm really here to deliver what I have authentically. They have a saying where you know, you're not for everybody, but for those who need you, I will be there. You know, and fighting to try to be there for everybody it's never going to be a thing for anyone. You know, because I respect every single genre. Dancehall, I respect every single genre and what they do authentically because everybody has a role to play.
What do you believe will give you that edge, you know, that standout effect that will allow you to captivate the minds and the hearts and soul of music consumers?
First and foremost, the recognition, where I've always told myself, you know, even as an artist, if I ever get that bigger platform where I'm able to deliver a certain way, I would definitely make use of it positively. Because, you know, everybody has an influence in different ways and so forth. But when it comes on to how I deliver, it's not going to be monotonous. There's always going to be a change. There's always going to be something that is innovating, that's growing, that's what shall come with next. So it's going to keep you on the tip of your toes. You know, and people love that when you're like a chameleon. And I definitely have that where I am a chameleon. In a good way. Yes.
So you've recently released a single with the Grammy-nominated producer Sean Nisdell with the cover version of the reggae classic Picture on the Wall by the legendary Freddie McKay. What does this song mean to you, first of all, before we go into the whole rendition and how you nice it up and groove it up?
Well, I'm gonna be as real and as genuine as I possibly can be. This song chose me.
Yeah.
This song chose me. I didn't select the song. So when I met Sean, because we have us a team right now, and it was such a connection where, you know, you say, for example, you have a friend and you say, you know this song? When I was a child, when I was young, I used to listen to this song. And the other person said, I know the song, Picture on the Wall. And he said, yes, that's the song. That's the song Sultry is gonna sing. That is the song. Based on what was happening in my life, everything connected. So I know that this song chose me because that we were there, trying to figure out what would be a nice Jamaican song to introduce myself to Jamaica with. And we just kind of let it rest and allow it to come to us. And it was like one person heard it floating in the air and they said it to someone and they guessed it. And it was a team connection. I've never seen anything like that. And when I heard it, I was in love with it instantly. And we just sat, in the backyard. Sean is a big up yourself every time, bad producer. So, we were there at the Sean is a studio, and we sat there with the guitarist, Jonesy, and he started, playing around with the strings, and the more he played, I started to find a melody. It was just curated so originated in such an original organic way. That's the word I wanted to find. It was created in such an organic way where I couldn't resist it. I said, this song is going to hit so many people in different ways. Remembering when you were young, remembering maybe when your parents used to sing it, remembering when somebody passed, remembering from a breakup. It has so many different arms to it. Yeah. You can relate to it on many levels.
There's a picture hanging on the wall. My heart cries out, know that you are gone. Does it have to be there, still hanging on the wall? Does it have to be there, still hanging on the wall? As I watched you walk through the door, and I waved goodbye to you, and my heart cries out to know that you were gone. Does it have to be there, hanging on the wall?
What's the reaction like so far?
So far, I've had so many reactions. Some people even think I'm an AI. They think I am an AI. Are you real? Are you real, Sultry? Because we just want to know if you're real or you're fake. But in truth and fact, I've been receiving a lot of positive responses to this song. Very, very strong and comforting, and they appreciate it a lot, young and old. Because even though this song is an old song, some of the younger folks, they don't know it. But hearing it for the first time, being recreated, and trust me, to them, they think it's my song originally. And I'm like, no, it's a cover song. They're like, what? Because the song was done in reggae, and now it is more of a ballad, more, acoustic vibe.
Yes.
So it's different from what they're used to. It gives you the time to slow down. Slow down and just kind of get in here just a little bit.
So, Mr. Nizzle, firstly, before we jump into your composition behind Picture on the Wall, what was the partnership like, just meeting Sultry? What was that star quality that you saw in her?
From the first time I met Sultry, it was undeniable that she's a star. Talent-wise, oh my God, like it's beyond words, especially in this era. We haven't have any vocalists like Sultry in years. So when I heard her, it was a breath of fresh air. It was excitement for me because I have so much ideas.
Yeah.
You know, so many music instrumentals that I always search for an artist that would deliver the perfect song on it, and unfortunately, you know what I mean? So when I met Sultry, all of the dots them dot up and all of the T them cross up, you know, and then instant the first night we went to the studio after introduction official voice.
The
And a big
first
song the
night.
same night. You know what
Like
I mean?
you're
And
introduced
like
to
literally the next day we did Picture on the Wall. So the connection is immediate.
Nice.
You know what I
nice.
mean? From we link up, the chemistry was there.
Lovely,
Yeah.
lovely. Picture on the wall. You said it's a brand new thing. So now having that Sean is the effect and touch to it. So speak to us about the composition
All right,
behind
to be honest, I won't take that glory.
it. Yes.
The glory is Sultry.
Ah.
We identified the song and we like, this is the song we would like her to do. And I played the original, you know, so this is a song that is loved by almost every Jamaican and across the world. You know, and as a child growing up, that song lived with me, you know, and majority of the arts of Jamaica,
Yeah.
you know, so we said this is a song that will resonate where a lot of people can relate to what she's saying,
Yeah.
you know, and we said, all right, we're gonna do two versions. We're gonna do a reggae, and then she's gonna do a rendition in a like a R&B ballad acoustic.
Oh, cool.
So happened that we decided to try the acoustic first.
First.
After she sing the third line in the song, I said, no, this is it. You know, it was effortless, and let me
Yeah.
tell you, working with her, I can close my eye. Like, I can count how much time she do over a line, like maybe one
Nice.
time or just right through. You know, and that is not something that happen on a regular, yeah, 5 hours in a studio sometimes. And working with her production is easy. Like, she just go in and get it done and come out and say, what's next? You know, I'm not just hype her up and talk facts. Because I've experienced a lot, you know, a lot of greats, and I must say, she have all the traits to
Yeah.
become the next great.
Any possible artists that you would love to, collab with?
Okay, artists that I would like to collab with, is a lot. Jamaican, let me start with Jamaican artists. Vocals, I like Taurus Riley's voice. I love to work with Taurus Riley, Leela Ike, Beres Hammond, Buju Banton, Valiant, Swag. You want a little swag? Skilly Bang. You'll be surprised. Yeah, internationally, there's an array of persons that I would like to work with. You know, Jennifer Hudson, for sure. I would love to be on a stage with Fantasia. I would love to share a stage with Celine Dion. Celine Dion is the utmost person that I would love to work with, you know. So I have quite a list of persons that I would love to work with in the music industry right now. So Picture on the Wall was released September 19, 2025. You can find me on IG at Sultry Music, and that's SULLTRY Music. And you can find me on YouTube. You can find me on TikTok, Sultry Music. So I hope that you guys are liking my music, sharing my music, and streaming. And you can find me on all digital platforms.